The goalkeeper position has had a massive evolution over really the last 4 or 5 years. It feels like all the elite clubs, all the progressive clubs, all the teams that want to play forward-thinking attacking football now have an extra bit of pressure on their goalkeeper to be a football player as well. And this summer, I think there's going to be huge transfers in the goalkeeper position all across Europe and world football. And in this video today, I'm going to give you my top 10 goalkeepers that you should be watching out for in this summer transfer market. In no particular order, number 1, we'll start with Alban Lafont. The 24-year-old is out of contract next summer at Nantes, and already at 24 years of age, he's played around 7 seasons of senior football and amassed over 300 appearances. A formidable goalkeeper for France at youth level. He's played in the Europa League for Nantes, played in cup finals. Now, Nantes and Lafont have not really been making any reputations for keeping clean sheets. He faces 4.24 shots per 90, making 3 reflex saves towards them, but it's really his passing statistics that really do catch the eye. With 1.59 exit passes per 90, where he's able to get the ball out of the defensive third, out of pressure, into the opposition half. He's also able to make 2.87 final third balls per 90 as well. It shows he's got a great eye for a pass, he's got a great range of passing, but if you look at the statistics, Nantes don't like him playing the ball short, so there's a very low volume for those statistics. But with 1.73 interceptions per 90, he is a real sweeper keeper who is going to come out off his line and sweep up, the counter-attack. Bart Verbruggen has been linked to the good and the great of European football over the last 6 to 12 months, since Vincent Kompany was the boss at Anderlecht, and he threw Verbruggen out of the wilderness and into the first team for the playoff section of the league, where it would be decided whether they would win the title or not, whether they would qualify for Champions League. And Kompany was on record at the time of saying Verbruggen will be the future goalkeeper of Anderlecht, and he's going to be an elite prospect as times went on. Kompany's moved on to Burnley. He signed Muric. He's getting linked to bringing Verbruggen to the Premier League itself. Man United have been linked to him as well, along with a host of other clubs. Now, he's a very good-looking goalkeeper to start off with. He's getting an expected goals conceded of 1.22, but he's only conceded 1.13 goals per 90 as an average. That difference is very credible. When you break it down, he's faced 4.2 shots per 90, but he's saving 3.1 of them with his reflexes. He's a real goalkeeper in that respect, and gives the defence a real solidarity that he can make the difference between a goal going in and not. But with 10.1 accurate long balls per 90, 1.1 of them being a successful exit, but 2.95 of them being accurate final third balls, he's got a great range of passing and can be a great outlet for modern teams that allow the opposition into their box. With 19.87 accurate short passes per 90 with a 98% success rate. This guy is a very comfortable ball player, and I can see why so many elite teams are chasing Verbruggen down. I don't know if he'll stay at Anderlecht this summer, but it feels like he's got a big move in him. Now, a player I've been watching for afar who really shone this season and really made a name for himself for anyone paying attention was Ivor Pandur. The Croatian youth goalkeeper has been on loan at Fortuna Sittard. That loan has now been made permanent, and he has been an absolute revelation between the sticks for them. They've not had a great season, and they have asked a lot of the goalkeeper. He's faced 4.94 shots per 90, and he's made 3.48 reflex saves from them. So very credible goalkeeper. He's not been able to keep the XG down, unfortunately, because in the Dutch leagues there's just so many attacking football, and a goalkeeper alone cannot stop all of that. You need a really strong defence in front of you. But his passing statistics are going to catch the eye of scouts all around world football. 10.5 accurate long balls per 90, almost a 70% success rate. 2.47 exits is an incredible statistic. Those balls that get floated into the opposition half out of pressure. And even though he's not asked to play short with his feet that often, they get 8.8 goal kicks per game. He's only asked to take 2.3 of them short, but he's getting 12 accurate passes per 90 with a 98% success rate. That holds up with the greatest talent in European football at the moment. Now, like I did mention, Fortuna Sittard have completed the transfer, but as we've seen across European football for the last few seasons, that's just a transfer strategy. Pandur's got great statistics and great pedigree that he could be a real cheat code, a real diamond in the rough for the right team looking in the right place. Thanks to all the support from you guys and the growth we've had on the channel, we've taken on a new sponsor. QuinnBet found 23,001 across the internet, and they want to sponsor the content to help us grow even further to reach more football fans across the world. And how good is this? The guys at QuinnBet have enhanced their UK welcome offer where you can now get a free bet up to £35. It's for new customers to sign up only. Check out the full terms and conditions on their website, quinnbet.com, or by clicking on the link in the description of this video or in the pinned comment. comment. By clicking on that link and signing up directly, you directly support all the content here at Quinny 3001, and I thank you in advance if you do so. It looks really impressive to me. It's 18 plus, and remember folks, always gamble responsibly. Similarly, another goalkeeper on loan at the Eredivisie this year, you could maybe say the same for, is Vasilias Barkas of Celtic, currently on loan at Utrecht at the moment. He's faced 4.3 shots per 90 and he's saving 2.95 of them with his reflexes. Again, Utrecht don't like him playing too long. His short pass accuracy, but is absolutely incredible. 97% is accurate. 12.5 shots, of course, in that time. And half of his goal kicks that they're asking him to take are short because they trust him so much with the ball short to his feet. He does have a good success rate of accurate long balls, and he's able to complete 1.85 exits per 90, which is very, very credible for, like I said already, all those teams that look for that type of goalkeeper. Celtic are going to be signing him, and it sounds like the transfer fee is going to be around £4 or £5 million. And Utrecht are already on record as saying a very big club is going to be coming in for Barkas. Now, Giorgi Mamardashvilli has been playing for Valencia for the last couple of seasons, and Valencia have been a real basket case of problems. They should fight off relegation. It's not a definite at this point, but either way, similar to other goalkeepers we've spoke about, like Alban Lafont, Mamardashvilli is in a prime situation to transfer into a better team that might give him the better opportunities of getting some clean sheets and making a real reputation for himself. The statistics he's managed to gather so far at Valencia but are very credible and very promising. He's facing 3.78 shots per 90 and he's saving a huge majority of them, 2.65 with his reflexes. He's got good accuracy on all the passing, but like I cannot stress enough, Valencia are such an unjoined up team at the moment that cohesion in passing and styles of play have been all over the place. And this guy is really begging to be taken in to a much more sane situation. Now, Nikola Vasilj at St. Pauli has been one of the goalkeepers I've really enjoyed paying attention to this season. This season alone, St. Pauli have had a real resurgence in the second half of the season. He's faced 3.1 shots per 90 and he's saving 2.16 of them with his reflexes. 1.3 exits per 90, and he's got some short passing statistics that are absolute fire. 19.19 short passes per 90 and 98.3% success rate is incredible. So much so that 3/4 of the goal kicks that they're taking, they're making him play short because they're so comfortable with him at the ball at his feet and his ability to find those exit passes. And I think this is a high for the video today. 1.61 interceptions per 90. He is an absolute god of a sweeper keeper. Huge pass accuracy with short passing at his feet and is not scared to come off his line and snuff out the counter-attack. In his mid-20s, it feels like he is really primed to move out of Bundesliga 2 and move into a team, maybe not in one of the top 5 leagues, but have European football, or if he wants to move into one of the top 5 leagues, maybe a lower to mid-table team where we could really see him enhance his reputation. It feels like everyone and their mum at the moment is being linked to Diogo Costa. He was linked to Bayern Munich in January, linked to Man United, Chelsea, and everyone else in between at the moment. And the Portugal international, the Porto #1 goalkeeper, has it all. Passing accuracy through the roof. Great save percentages as well, and it is clear to see the potential that everyone sees in this goalkeeper. It feels like an absolute certainty he'll be moving, and I think whoever does sign Diogo Costa is signing a goalkeeper really for the next generation of defence that they could look to build. So this could be a very pivotal transfer, and I can't wait to see where he ends up. Now, there's been a bit of a Japanese revolution go out European football over the last couple of seasons, and as we know, with the non-EU nations moving into Europe can be quite difficult with work permit restrictions, etc., which is why we find some nationalities commonly land in some destinations because immigration is quite suitable for those ones. But time and time again, what we see from the Eastern European countries is they do need international credentials to be able to move into Europe successfully. And for a goalkeeper, that's really tricky. But we've seen Japan at youth level and senior level really push the boat out to get Kosei Tani the recognition he needs to get that work permit application completed. He's only 22 years of age and already he's amassed over 100 senior appearances in the top flight of Japanese football. First of all, with a lower team where he could play every week, and now he's at Gamba Osaka, one of the powerhouses. And it does feel like, with the statistics that Tani has, reflex saves 2.91 when facing 4.1 shots across his whole career so far. Accurate long passes, successful passes to the final third, hugely impressive, but 2.15 successful exits after having 97 short pass accuracy over 12 passes per 90 is incredibly progressive statistics that really match in with some of the elite teams in European football. I do feel that Tani would be a great prospect to move into really any club in European football, whether it's that kind of understudy that plays lots of cup games and rotation matches, or to a lower team that's going to blood him in and give him the first team starts that he needs to keep growing and progressing his career. With 2.44 interceptions per 90, he does love coming off his line. He's already played at the Olympic Games for Japan, finishing 4th, and he's made, a couple of penalty saves, so he's definitely a goalkeeper with a lot of potential, and he really could go anywhere. Don't know if he'll move this summer, but I would expect it. Anatolii Trubin has been one of my favourite goalkeepers to watch over the last couple of seasons. When he burst onto the scene in 2020, keeping a clean sheet in the Bernabeu, then keeping a clean sheet in the San Siro, I couldn't believe it. What an impressive looking guy at the age of 18, but now he's 21, he's now the Ukraine #1. He's played over 17 games for the Champions League, played a bunch of games Europa League, and honestly, Shakhtar have signed his replacement already. He will be moving this summer. And for me, he is the #1 goalkeeping prospect that has been in the market over the last couple of years and probably will be for the coming few years already. He's a real goalkeeper's goalkeeper. Hugely impressive save statistics, as well as good pass statistics that all elite clubs in European football will be paying attention to. It's hotly rumoured that he'll be moving to Benfica, but I cannot imagine that he's not getting phoned off of every prime European powerhouse that needs a goalkeeper. I'm talking about Juventus, Man United, Chelsea, Tottenham, you name it. If you're looking for a goalkeeper in the next couple of seasons, Trubin really should be getting spoken to. And last but not least is probably the absolute top of the food chain, Wonderkid goalkeeper. Now, it's a wee bit of an asterisk on this one. He has already agreed to move to RB Leipzig next summer. But with the injury they had to Galassi and how bad the understudy they had, Janis Blaswish, was, I wouldn't be surprised if we maybe seen Vandevoordt move this summer. His statistics for saving shots, his statistics for passing, everything and anything the modern goalkeeper needs, he's got it. Belgium very much highly rate him, and if it wasn't for Thibaut Courtois, we might have already seen him in the Belgium national team already. But at Genk, he's been playing for the last 3 seasons, he's been playing in Europe, and he's been playing regularly as #1 for the Belgium under-21. So this is a guy, like I said, Leipzig already signed him 2 years ahead of time. He's that promising and that well thought of. And, maybe the move gets pulled forward into this summer, maybe in January. And if it was, watch out for Maarten Vandevoordt. Even if it doesn't, and you see Genk crop up in Europa League or whatever it is they qualify for in the end, he's a goalkeeper that can make the difference and someone you should definitely watch out for.